Welcome back to Armchair Gaffers, episode 7. You're here with myself, Walks, Scorch to my right, Jess to my left, and SB in centre mid, right
all
in front
in
of
the
me.
same room.
Come on.
Guys, I can't lie.
Together.
I'm so glad to be back.
Yeah. I don't want to admit it, but yeah, I missed you guys a bit, man. So yeah, to all the Armchair Gaffers at home, we've got another episode for you. Someone said we're currently working harder than Ji-sung Park in 2008. So that tells a lot about the work rate. We have another jam-packed agenda today, and I think it troubles me. But the topic we're going to start with is yesterday's, I'd call it an old school clash, an old school game with two relevant teams, but two former giants. It was Man United versus Arsenal yesterday. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's second half penalty gave Arsenal their first Premier League away win over Manchester United since 2006.
What's that, 14 years?
It's a little while, yeah. It's a little while. A lot things have changed. A lot of different players, a lot of different managers, styles, and whatnot. Aubameyang himself ended a 5-game run without a goal by sending yet David De Gea the wrong way on 69 minutes after Paul Pogba had fouled Hector Bellerin. Jess, I want to open the floor to you.
Good.
What are your thoughts on yesterday? Is it more than 3 points for Arsenal?
Well, before I get there, I want to say a big thank you to United because we get a lot of, I wouldn't say complaints, but we got a lot of people messaging us and saying that we don't talk about enough teams in the lower half of the table.
That's low, Jess. That's low. That's low.
He's funny.
Cut that out.
That is low.
He's got jokes today.
Nah, I'm kidding.
You're not.
He's not.
What was the question again?
Was it more than 3 points for Arsenal?
No. Arsenal going to go and lose the next 2 out of the next 5 games. That's the thing that's annoying because, like, Arsenal, this isn't going to be a springboard for them to do anything meaningful this season. I mean, it's just two mid-table teams playing out another drab game. I don't care anymore. This United Arsenal used to be the equivalent, the British equivalent of the Spanish El Clasico, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Now what is it? It's decided by.
Sounds scandalous even saying that now.
It's sad to see, man.
There are kids growing up now that would be like, "Are you sure United Arsenal?" But no, once upon a time, this was the big game.
That was the game.
Yeah, Pizzagate. Like, come on. But yeah, no, I don't even care about United Arsenal. I don't want to speak on it. I'll be honest with you. What's there to say?
SB, your thoughts as a Man United fan?
I just want to say, I've spoken to SB yesterday. Like, boom. I'm just gonna say, if he says anything mad right now, don't hold it against him. Yeah, because he's been firing corn.
I'm a broken man right now.
Can I set the scene? Yesterday was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's 100th game in charge of the Red Devils.
What a way to show that you can't manage shit.
I want to start with yesterday. Thoughts on yesterday, and then we'll move on to his tenure.
Thoughts on yesterday. To be fair, the quality in the match was very poor
from both teams.
From both teams to watch. Mostly Man United though. Mostly Man United. Arsenal was playing some good stuff, to be honest.
Who stood out for you?
Partey.
Boy.
Partey after Partey.
I've got to question SB's analytical skills because Arsenal didn't look dull. That's one of the only games that weekend I actually watched, and Arsenal looked well drilled.
I think United helped that.
Arsenal got this new young centre mid that I've never heard of. Not Partey. They got a new young boy. I think he's about 17 or 18. Never heard of him. El Mohammed. This guy come out of nowhere.
Mo Farah.
Man said come out of nowhere,
and he just dominated the midfield.
Fair.
What does that say about United?
What I will say is, El Nene was playing football, yes, but Partey dominated that game.
Yeah, no,
and I'm a person that's been I take to Atleti. I like Atleti from when they had Falcao. Like, so they're a team that I watch Partey fit in and play well for them. I've never ever seen Partey do that. Never.
Same.
Like, I would go as far as saying I know his game. I didn't have a clue he had that. He's getting on it in little tight spaces. But this is a difference between El Nene and Partey. El Nene gets it in tight spaces and he's joking it, yeah, and he's keeping it moving with football,
Yeah.
and that's all he can do. This is the difference. Partey's getting on it and he's making it happen, even if there's no room for football. He's got the football in his locker, but he's also physically dominating people. There was someone linked him,
Just gazelled them like just.
and he just said, "No, stay over there."
Iron bars, the crowbar got dished out.
Stay there while I'm doing this football. Bro, I was like, it was a brilliant performance, man.
I would probably say it was a good Arsenal performance, but definitely an under par disappointing United, and it's something I think we've come to see in recent times, the inconsistency associated with this current United team. So SB, over these 100 games, Ole has, I think it's a 56% win percentage. Compare that to Klopp when he was at Liverpool, we had 50% across 100 games. That's a comparison I saw earlier. I won't be comparing them as managers on the whole. But yeah, Ole's tenure at United, how would you evaluate it so far? Do you see him getting another 100 games?
He needs to have about 5 more left. Three or 5 more games he needs
Borrow
left.
time.
Yeah.
The thing about Ole, he does this all the time.
No, he
does
plucks out these. What did I say?
When
I said
his
this on the
job's on the
podcast the
line-
other day. I said the other day on the podcast, I said, whenever his job's on the line, he plucks out these massive victories.
Ole is basically the real life version of Goku.
Yeah.
When his back's against the wall, Super Saiyan.
Literally, he's Super Saiyan.
I wasn't a massive Dragon Ball Z fan, but I'm sure that the armchair gaffers at home who had a
His
decent childhood.
tactics
probably.
is just like, his tactics don't make any sense.
Do you think that he used the diamond again because it worked against
But that's
Leipzig?
the thing. It
But
worked
that's
against Leipzig.
childish
It worked
though.
against Leipzig, and then he switched it and put Fred, who was playing as one of the box to box, as the DM.
But this is the
No,
other
he
thing
didn't.
as well.
He did,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, Fred was the DM
Fred
and
was the DM,
McTominay
but
was on the right.
against Leipzig, it was the other. It was Fred as one, and Matic was the holding.
Guys, I get a lot of. I didn't want to say this, but I've had some death threats due to my
Wow.
due to my comments about Marcus Rashford some weeks ago. I actually had to move house. That's another story. But Marcus Rashford is not. He's a counter-attacking player. Okay, he's not built to play against a team like Arsenal.
I think
that
their
are
whole
gonna sit
team.
back.
I think
needs
when you
coaching.
look at Man U's team, like we said it before the PSG game, like their team is geared towards counter attacking.
Exactly.
Even like a signing like Dan James and Wan-Bissaka are to me counter attacking.
Definitely Dan James, 100%. Yeah.
Coaching needs to be changed at United, though, man.
But do you know one thing I just want to say before we like move on, yeah? And I'm not letting it go. I'm not letting it go, yeah?
Where are you going?
You've got a bunch of midfielders.
Yes.
You're unsure, yeah? Because you've changed what people were doing within the same system, but same person. So you're unsure. You don't have it exactly right, yeah? So that means you're still working on the balance. You've got Donny van der Beek, who's probably one of the most intelligent midfielders.
I think he's probably more complete than the other players that he's kind of put in.
I'm baffled. Like SB and me were speaking, and like it was like, why is Van der Beek on the bench? What's happening here?
He thinks that Van der Beek is a number 10. I don't know who scouted.
What is Donny? What is Donny van
I
der
think
Beek?
he's number 8.
He's a number 8 that
With a goal
is
threat.
cold. Like he's like Donny van der Beek is an extremely, from what I've seen. I can't say I've watched loads of Eredivisie matches, but I've seen a few, and from what I see, and especially in the big games, Donny van der Beek is number 8 that does his defensive duties, much like Frank Lampard did, in a sense that when he does his defensive duties, he just does his job, so you don't really notice him. It's not a case of
That's high praise, you know,
Yeah.
being compared to Lampard.
no, but I don't mean in terms of what he's achieved. I just
Yeah.
mean in style of play.
Yeah.
But then in terms of going forward, his quality is like, it's a bit scary. It's a bit better than your striker quality.
So on Donny van der Beek, going by the reaction online and in the publications that I was reading up on prior to this episode, Paul Pogba's name was trending, I'd say, is the only way I'd kind of explain it. He had one of his worst, I guess, performances in a United shirt, I think. And Donny van der Beek seems like the player who could replace him.
I disagree.
You don't think so?
I think I look at that team and I think let's be serious now. Let's stop living in a world where we even remotely consider dropping Pogba out of Pogba, McTominay, Fred, and Bruno Fernandes. Like, what are we doing? Why are we even having these kind of stupid conversations?
I've had enough of the Pogba.
Like, I get it. I understand. Pogba isn't doing exactly what he's previously done. Fair enough. Cool. No worries. Can we stop pretending like McTominay is the answer? Let's stop doing that. Let's stop comparing McTominay and Pogba for potential starting positions. What you need to do is remove McTominay and give Van der Beek a chance, in my opinion. And I tell you what I don't want to hear. I don't want to see interviews where McTominay is speaking about everybody in the meet and not everyone saying about Van der Beek. He needs time. You need to give him. Listen, mate.
People say United need leaders.
Listen, no.
Not him.
McTominay, you need time.
Yeah, on the bench.
You need time. You are a player that needs time. Donny van der Beek is a player that does his thing in Champions League group stages, Champions League round of 32, 6. He's that guy.
You're saying different pedigree, different
I just like it's getting ridiculous to the point now. Like, we're really comparing players like Fred and McTominay to Van der Beek and Pogba.
It's gotten to the point
ridiculous.
whereby we're not seeing any results from playing said names.
These passionate players.
So if you've got these players who have so much potential and can do this and that for this team and that team, but you need to have this guy next to him, you need to have this system, why aren't they doing it?
It's fair. It's fair. But also, I look at the coach. I look at Ole, and sorry, I'm passionate about this. I look at Ole and I look at McTominay, and I was having a conversation with my friend. I think today, and we were like, he was like, McTominay needs to get back to being that destroyer, yeah. And I was like, but is he really that guy? Like, you want him to get back to being that guy, but really, he was just coached to do that by Jose. And now Jose's not there. He's just
reverting to type.
Yeah, just being himself.
Whatever his thing is.
So in reality, you got these players that, for me, they just need coaching. Like,
That's it.
That's what I
That's the
think.
simple thing.
Please.
They need a system, guys.
That's it.
That you cannot rely in this day and age on a counter attack. I mean, it worked against Leipzig and it worked against PSG to some degree.
I agree.
And Newcastle the week before. But when you come against a well-drilled defensive machine, you're not going to have any joy.
I think Ole's tactical nous is underestimated. I think people don't respect the different styles that he's used. I also don't think that he is the man to get United closer to Premier League titles, Champions League, knockout group stages, or knockout games, sorry. But I do think people underestimate the tactical goings on. We are moving on to United not winning at home. United are without a win at home in the last 6 Premier League games. Longest winless run at Old Trafford since 1990 and the worst start to a Premier League campaign since, I think, 1972. Jess, do you think United will turn this around, and what are the expectations for United this season?
Well, yeah, United are going to turn it around. Like I said, when his back's against the wall, Ole turns up, Super Saiyan. So now they've lost against Arsenal. They're probably going to win the next 5 games, and then lose against Burnley, and then we'll be back here again. I mean, I'm actually tired of speaking about United.
We'll check back in 5 weeks or so. The other side of the coin in this game was the Arsenal victory. Strong performance away from home.
Yes.
I saw a meme flying around last week. I will try to locate it. And it focused on comparing Emery and Arteta after 26 games. Arteta was 8 points behind Emery after his 26th game in charge. Is it a fair comparison, or is that just kind of agenda-based numbers and stats?
The thing is about stats, depending on how you interpret them, that's going to give you a completely different answer. So Emery's had more points. Was it 8 more points than Arteta?
Yes.
But Arteta, for me, Arsenal have some kind of identity. Arsenal now, when I watched them yesterday, they were playing out from the back. They were actually playing out from the back. They done it against Liverpool, even though they lost. Done it against United. They can actually play out from the back and not get caught out. I saw countless times last season or was it the season before? Czech nearly scoring own goal.
Oh my lord.
Mendy
Yeah.
did that for Chelsea.
Hey,
The
that
other day.
was
Exactly.
cold.
And that's not happening anymore.
That was wild.
And I'm pretty sure, I haven't seen the stats, but I'm pretty sure if you look at it, even though Arteta has less points, he's probably conceded far less goals.
A word on Gabriel
Solid.
as a centre back. Scorch.
I haven't got to say
Because I know there was some
Solid
mixed views when he first came.
performance.
We're not that far into the season, but you had some choice
Shaky.
comments.
Yeah, like his longer passing was poor.
Wayward.
Yeah, it was poor. However, he's looking like a player. Do you know what it is? And do you know what it was as well? He was like tiptoeing the line of too aggressive or
Yeah.
like, I like
And that's something that Arsenal might have missed over the years.
Yeah, I looked and I was like, I could see like a slightly different mindset in the Arsenal team. And I thought, raw, I do like the way that looks.
Bit of authority, yeah, didn't he?
You guys are blind.
Can I just say though, I do fully agree with Jess. Like I think like, irrespective of what the points, who had more points, whatever. When I remember looking at Emery's team and not really knowing what's going on, and not really knowing, not having an expectation of what I'm going to see the next game in like team selection, systems, formations, tactics, yada yada yada. I feel like when I see this Arteta team, I feel like I can see what he's even trying to do, even if it don't work. Like I feel like I understand what he's trying to achieve, and sometimes it's a bit buzz. It's been a bit pragmatic.
Five at
Yeah.
the back, sit
Yeah.
back.
It's
hit
not
on
enjoyable
the,
to
hit
watch.
on the counter.
But I feel that he was brought into Arsenal and his remit was to fix them up defensively.
Yeah.
And based on that alone, I'll say he's doing his job. He's doing what he's being told to do.
One thing I would say is though, although like Arsenal is dominated as too strong a word for a
For-
1-0.
For yesterday.
Probably, innit?
I probably wouldn't go that far. United rallied towards the end of the game, but for the most part, yeah, Arsenal
They
say
did
Arsenal.
only win from a penalty. They didn't really create.
And that's one thing I wanted to
That's
say.
where I was
I
gonna
wanted to
go
say,
with
it.
let's
They
not
didn't.
go overboard
That's exactly
on
what
what
we need
happened
to say.
yesterday. It's a United team who have been inconsistent this season. The home form shows that. No win at home this season. Some huge losses.
Palace.
I also want to say, yeah, congrats to Arsenal for winning, but let's not go overboard. I know this record has gone that stood from 2015. I think it was at the Etihad where Santi Cazorla had that unbelievable performance that everyone talks
Oh, yeah,
about.
that's
still.
one of the best.
Yeah.
Mad
ever.
stand-up performance. But I would like to say let's be cautious with the praise.
But this is the
it's not a great United team they beat yesterday.
Like this is the thing though, yeah. Like for as much possession and nice passing, there wasn't much penetration though.
No. It was in the game after 60 minutes.
Like if you really preed it, yeah, there wasn't any bearing down on goal. I remember the Aubameyang chance that he wrapped and it came off Lindelof.
Yeah.
But there wasn't any Leno, time to earn your wages. They weren't really there.
No.
But what I would say is that foundation of Gabriel and Partey.
It's different. It's the spine of the team, isn't it? It's like it's a strong spine they've got there.
Good silence.
Yeah. While we're on the subject of the Premier League, can we just have a moment for West Ham, who are my team of the moment? Like they are doing bits. Jared Bowen, Souček, Deki Rice,
oh mate.
Yeah, who plays on the left side? You got Bowen's playing on the right.
His guy, wing back.
Wing back.
Arthur.
Whew, they're doing bits, so let's just have a moment.
He's got great feet.
It was just
Great feet.
Yeah, West Ham are my team for the moment. I don't think enough said about them, but just let all you Hammers fans know that we are seeing what you're doing and
We're
behind
acknowledging
you.
it.
Yeah, we're acknowledging it.
Do you know what as well? There's one thing everyone's missing.
What's that?
Ben Rama ain't even started yet.
Oh
my God, they
lord.
signed him.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, past the
Yeah,
failed medical.
They ignored
that was on.
they ignored the
got
broken
players,
leg.
You know, West Ham. I can't pronounce his name.
Yarmolenko.
Yarmolenko.
Baller, but he don't really even play himself.
No, it's always
Mikel Antonio, the bulldozer.
They get a good striker, West Ham.
Mikel Antonio is a deep lying false magistra.
Sunday League, Premier League.
He can do it all. I love him.
Any surface, concrete, mud,
Sand.
grass.
Yeah, we love a bit of
sand.
Antonio because it's the Prem. it's like renowned for these top players, that play for all these top teams, and you got to have a little cheeky shoulder drop or a nice turn on a sixpence and all this. But Antonio flies in the face of that.
Yeah, and also, have you ever seen him in the interview? Like, just like he's proper nice.
No,
guy.
he's a normal lad. Good lad.
Yeah, I'm actually a fan of Antonio. Antonio for Prime Minister.
Yeah, all
right, cool.
Yeah, all right.
No, what? No,
I don't really like
You do what
Boris.
George Weah did and get into politics after.
Yeah. I'm backing him.
A word on Chelsea. Convincing win over Burnley at the weekend. And here at Armchair Gaffers, we want to address
Chelsea,
things where we might have been wrong in the past. So, we're always kind of harsh on Frank Lampard. Not me myself, but some others maybe in this direction.
Yeah.
So, Scorch, what do you want to say about Chelsea's performance at the weekend? And I think they're on a run of, I think it's about 3 clean sheets.
Yeah, it's pretty comfortable.
Chelsea are doing good.
Yeah.
Like, let's admit it, guys.
Like, what do you say? Do you know what though?
They're doing what they're meant to do.
You know what it is? Yeah, it's that SB. It's a case of, they won. I would have expected them to win.
As Balotelli once said, what is it? A postman doesn't celebrate when he's delivering letters, so he doesn't celebrate when he's scoring goals. So we shouldn't. Chelsea just doing
It's that sort of thing. I don't think these are the kind of games that Frank will be judged on. We've got a bit of Champions League in a week. Let's have a look.
Who have they got? Do we know?
They got Ren at home.
I expect
Same
probably,
thing again.
No, but no, we are acknowledging Chelsea are doing what we expect them to do. So well done there, boys.
Frank also was set to drop record signing Werner. Sorry, not record signing. Signing.
Yeah.
But their new star striker, he was set to drop him from the starting 11. Good management, do you think, for someone who hasn't? He'd probably admit himself hasn't hit the ground running.
You know what? One thing I'd say is when you look at elite anything, like elite CEOs, elite stuff in elite teams in football, they all have a running theme: ruthlessness. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm not a massive fan of Frank Lampard, but I do like that. Like I do like that. Kept fucking around. So, what little boy, come at the goal, Willie Caballero, or I'm not sure how you say. it. You go in goal, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you some rope to hang yourself, and then buy this black kid Mendy, and then you're no longer my problem. Yeah, I do kind of like that.
He's showing a sign of it's good leadership, and it's a sign of not being scared. It's a big decision,
and he's living and dying by his decisions. Even like Mason Mount, like he was determined to play him. Yeah,
and when he didn't play him last week against United,
they look like they lose their intensity when he's not playing. To be honest with you, they can't press without.
They can't.
A word on Spurs. Gareth Bale.
Yeah,
got his first.
Not fit. Yeah,
his second first goal for Spurs. Spurs kind of just pushing on and not quietly getting on with things because there's always a little bit of controversy and Mourinho's always sending in shots. But how are you liking things over there at Spurs at the minute?
I'll be honest, it's stuff like Armchair Gaffers that are going to be the downfall of Spurs. Yeah,
explain that.
Because if you look in mainstream media, you don't really. Chelsea have had this amazing transfer window. Do you know what I'm saying? You'll hear stuff like that, and you don't really hear. Oh, Spurs are second in the league. It's not really a spoken about thing. I'm not saying that I don't particularly see us being second in the league at the end of the season. Yeah, but it's not really on the agenda, and I feel like this Spurs team, it's not all the way in Jose's image yet. So I feel like this Spurs team probably do well without the attention because they're bottlers. And so hopefully if we could just get to December-ish and then people can still not be paying attention, and by the time man clock, now we're on a run. Yeah.
SB, Harry Kane.
Kiz
to his mates. His decision to, I guess, go down after the aerial challenge with Adam Lallana. Are we saying that that's a penalty?
Wait.
Jess, are we saying the game's gone?
it's not a penalty, but Kane is an absolute scumbag. This isn't the first time I've seen you, Harry. I've seen you a lot of times, Harry. You peek over your shoulder, acting like you're looking over just to see.
Is it good forward play? Is it deceit? Is it?
At first, because I think Harry Kane's probably got one of the best hold-up plays as number 9.
I thought he was going to say dives.
No. Well,
He's up there.
He's up there. The amount of times I've seen him win fouls of him holding up the ball, but this whole looking around and backing into people, it's scumbaggy.
It's fantastic.
I think when Harry Kane does it, it's good forward play. If Henrico Canales does it, then it's something else. But
the game's gone.
The game's gone.
Game's gone. Harry Kane,
Your
well played.
Mane was kind of given the moniker as well of being a diver. I remember Ashley Young previously, and even Jurgen Klopp had to come out. Yeah, Zaha. Jurgen Klopp had to come out today and say he's spoken with Mo Salah, and Mo Salah said, yeah, he's got 3 knocks on his foot from Masuaku, our mate, who gave away the pen. Do we think that it was a penalty in that Spurs game?
Yes and no.
Fair play. Armchair Gaffers at home, let us know your thoughts. Is Ole out of his depth? Should Arsenal fans still be kind of singing the praises of Arteta when our mate Emery was slagged off a bit? Frank Lampard, has he got Chelsea ticking? And also Mourinho, has he kind of got Spurs on the right track? What do we see coming for Spurs down the line? I think the North London derby is on the horizon.
2 games away.
That's a massive game.
Yeah.
Massive game. So yeah, let us know your thoughts on Spurs and where they'll end up this season.